And welcome back, boys and girls. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, RC model aviation enthusiasts all across the globe. Today we have a special one. We have Barrett Hochhaus, and he's mic'd up. Barrett.
Wired for sound.
Wired for sound. What in the world is
My voice
this?
has returned to normal now.
Yes. What is this? What is this
This
beauty?
is an Arado 234B Blitz.
Yep.
Not one of the more rare airplanes I've ever done. However, as some of us were noticing, for as simple and conventional as it is, just two EDFs, you don't see a lot of this airplane modeled.
No.
I mean, there's a few good videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
But for as many 262s as there are out there, I really feel there should be more 234s.
Sure, absolutely, I agree.
Speaking of 262, this thing is entirely scratch built except for the engine nacelles, which many of you will recognize as stolen shamelessly from the Freewing 70mm 262. Last late spring and early summer, when I was beginning to think about what's going to be my special maiden project for St. George this year, I was looking at stuff. I had a 90mm fan. I was thinking of putting in an X15 to go with Brent's X1, and then I just decided, you know, the 234. It's such a simple, conventional aircraft with a straight-out wing,
shoulder mounted, so the center of gravity is below
and
the center of lift.
It uses UMO, 262 engine
there were
nacelles.
Yonkers UMO, just like the 262.
So
right?
I began to calculate, you know, how big would it need to be for the size of the Messerschmitt engine nacelles to match the airplane.
Sure.
And I came up with about 7 feet, 84-inch wingspan.
So that's what this is then.
Yes, 84-inch wingspan.
Okay.
All up weight is pushing 10 pounds actually, and that was a cause for a lot of concern. You see, I don't have a lot of EDF experience.
Right.
And you heard me during the flight talking to Brent about power to weight.
Right.
And I was genuinely worried. I'm asking motors and fan units designed for a 6 or 7 pound airplane to push a almost 10-pound airplane around the pattern.
Right.
So I was really nervous, and he was reassuring me all the way. He was my mentor on this project.
Yeah.
And
done better.
The wing area is almost twice the wing area of the Messerschmitt.
Right.
But curiously, this being my most recent scratch build, one of my very first attempts at a scratch build back in 2007, 2008 was I was trying to build a glider of an Arado 234.
Oh, look at that.
And I didn't understand balancing. It was tail heavy and ended up never flying. But somehow that first beginning build and my most recent build happened to be the same airplane, and it's like so much has changed between then and now. I had a great mentor on this trip with Brent and asking him all sorts of questions. And I had a great electrical engineer, Shannon Gallagher, a friend of mine. He does all my soldering because I just, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's my fingers or what, I just can't really do good soldering.
Right.
So I had Shannon solder and wire up the Y harnesses from the ESCs up to the battery. And he was here for the event, and I was glad for that because he helped me with the SR-71 last year, but he didn't get to see that maiden. So I was glad to have him up here to watch it this time.
So what's the construction then on the fuse and everything?
Well, the construction of the fuselage is that 1-inch expanded bead foam. You know, like you just get from the hardware store. You see it all layered there.
Sure, you sure do.
It sands so easily. You can carve it and sand it so easily without even complex tools. And it's skinned with Oracal. And then lightly sanded and painted. The wing is made of foam core board, which again I think is the same as what people call Dollar Tree foam.
Oh, sure,
yeah. So that's harder and smoother.
Now the paint. Now this paint scheme, it looks like a splinter, late war splinter. Is this is historically accurate, or really?
Well,
we don't really know.
It's roughly historically accurate from this side. I got it from the Osprey book on Arado 234 units. And I just picked a design that I liked. And it's aircraft letters. And I modeled that
the lettering is accurate.
And then after I've already ordered the decals, I see this guy with this beautiful turbine powered 234 on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he's got the same exact aircraft.
Of course, why not?
F1AS, and I'm just like,
yeah.
And I'm sure his camouflage scheme is even more accurate than mine. Decals, I can't remember where I got the custom decals from.
Yeah, so there's like some gal,
some lady in New Mexico.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to hard time to remember.
It's another Cali job.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. We all love Cali. We couldn't do our hobby without her. I'm telling you, she's.
I was trying to do, before anybody comments, I was trying to get like Park Flyer Plastics to do a clear canopy for me.
Yeah.
Never heard back from Keith.
Okay.
And honestly, even I'm not sure it would work because, as you can see, I got to have that battery way up there.
Yeah, for CG.
And it would be. I just don't know how I work a pilot figure and cockpit around the battery there.
Hard, man.
So it might end up looking a little weird anyway.
You did right. It's got a got a symmetrical airfoil. You probably balanced about what 20% of the back or no?
It's my usual. Bottom? It's my usual flat bottom.
It is okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You balance about 20% right there, the thickest part of the airfoil.
Yeah, it actually flew a little bit nose heavy.
Okay.
I'm probably not going to change that this weekend because I will need to extend the Velcro and the strap further back.
Sure.
But I tend to err on the side of caution, making things nose heavy rather than tail heavy.
Real quick, the ESCs are what? Twin by 80s? Twin by
60s.
60s? Okay, I was going to go there next, by the way. I was going to go down, not up. The landing gear is what?
The mains are the big 60 to 120 E-Flight retracts.
Okay.
And I just got I got the thinnest tires and lightest foam tires I could find off eBay to fit inside the wings.
And the nose?
The nose gear, here's another thing. That nose gear is the Messerschmitt 262 free wing nose gear.
Okay.
And that was causing me a lot of nervousness because I was afraid it would break on takeoff or landing.
Not even close.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly not designed for a 10-pound airplane. So I'm like.
Yeah. All right.
It worked out.
It did. Well, Barrett, thank you so much for the walk around. Always love doing pilots interviews with you. You're a wonderful scratch builder. Did a great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Stunning. So thanks. Thanks for tuning in.
She was beautiful in there. I can't wait to see your video.
All right, brother. Happy landings, everybody. Cheers for St. George, Utah.